Rich from Brass Comet, and welcome to another episode of the vlog. Today I've got Matt on with me, so we're going to be asking him about his experience with web development and also his role in Brass Comet. But just to lead us in, I will say if you're watching on Instagram or Twitter, just head on over to Facebook or YouTube and you'll get the full 1 minute clip. So, you alright, Matt?
Yeah, I'm good, thanks. How are you?
Yeah, I'm not too bad. So just tell us a bit about sort of your background with web development, web design, that kind of thing.
Well, I've been doing web development, web design for a couple of years now. But originally I had a bit more of a stranger course to get here. In university I studied more of electronic engineering, and that was the background I came from. But also I've had an interest in computer science and computers ever since I was quite young. So I did some computing related jobs, then I worked in a hospital for a little while in something unrelated. But then I came back to more specifically websites and web development, and that's what I've been working in the past couple of years. I'm really enjoying it. It's a really exciting field to work in. There's always lots to do, and it's very prevalent in today's culture.
Yeah, so with Brass Comet, you tend to run more of the server side things and sorting out the hosting of the site. So, is that right? I guess.
Yeah. So we host all our own, all the websites we build. We try and host in-house because we think there's plenty of solutions that we can offer. So I look after mainly that hosting environment, and anytime sites are moving, where we're choosing to put them in the digital space. And when we're sending things live, that's quite often me behind the scenes.
Yeah. So, do you just want to talk us through some of the tech we use for hosting sites, the server?
Sure. We host all our websites on Linux servers, served by Nginx. We use obviously a lot of WordPress sites, and so it runs on PHP, but all Linux hosting, which is nice.
Yeah, and I think we've experienced a few hosting issues, nothing that we haven't solved, but hosting our own sites just gives us chance to solve the issues, whereas if you're using just an online company or something like that, if you've got an issue, it's just going to be a case of finding more money to buy a better package or changing completely or something like that.
Yeah, hopefully get the most out of what we offer.
Yeah, so if there is a problem, we can solve it actively rather than just being quite an unapproachable company or something like that, I guess.
Yeah,
so sure. Gives us more responsibility for our own sites. So with that said, we're going to move on to question of the week, which Dan King asked us on Instagram, and he asked how long on average does it take to propagate a site? So before we jump into the answer, let's just talk about what propagation is and
sure,
what that means, basically.
Propagation is when you have a domain and you administer that through your domain controller, and you would that points to an IP address. And the propagation is when you switch from one IP address to another, how long it takes for your browser to be able to pick up that new IP address. So when you're switching a site from one location to another, it takes a little bit of time for the browser to get that new IP, and that's what's the propagation times.
Yeah, so on average then, answering this question directly?
From any domain controller I've worked with, they always recommend 24 to 48 hours for a new IP address to fully propagate. Often in reality it's quite a lot shorter than that, but they have to say it will take a longer amount of time for those more fringe cases, but usually a lot shorter.
Yeah, and it can vary between users. Once you change a site over to the domain, some people will start to see it instantly, and this is what we found with us three being in different locations. Some of us can see it straight away, and others it can take a few hours on top of that to propagate through to.
There's a geographical element to it.
Yeah.
Some places get it sooner than others.
So yeah, that hopefully answers Dan's question. So hopefully you'll tweet at us or something like that.
Keep them coming, Dan.
So if you did have a question for us to answer on next week's vlog, just put it on the comments of this one, or we'll try and do a post about it in the week, or just email us, just get in contact with us basically any way possible, and just ask us and we'll be able to answer it for them hopefully. So
absolutely.
Yeah, so other than that, Brass Comet wise, we've just been making more progress with our site. We've looked at some infrastructure this morning.
We were reviewing some stuff together.
Yeah, so that was like quite good. It's all a learning experience for me, but obviously Matt knows quite a lot about it anyway. We can just talk quickly about where or like why you've ended up doing Brass Comet, like what the company sort of ethos is from your point of view.
Sure. We saw there's a lot of people who are trying to get online into the digital space, and we know a lot of tools to help that, and we think there's a lot of really good solutions out there. It just needs bringing to those people who really need it. Like the web is such a in that cutting edge industry, there's always new and great solutions that can be used, and yeah, we want to provide people with a great service when they first step onto that online space.
Yeah, so that's like pretty similar to what we've reiterated, like Tom on the vlog last week, and just like through our company posts and stuff like that, just like getting the web more available to people, really, I guess, like not being exclusive with web technologies and things like that, trying to like open them up a bit more, I guess. But
yeah, being an open space is great.
Yeah, so I think that pretty much rounds us up for this week. Like, anything else you wanted to discuss?
No, that's it.
All right. Well, yeah, thanks for watching, and as I said, hit us up with your questions if you want them answered on the vlog next week. Just get in contact with us, and just be sure to follow us on any social media and all that gubbins. So thanks for watching.
Bye.